Hey, what's up, all you art geeks out there? Today, we're going to talk about something that is way overdue, and that is whether original art from a human is better than artificial intelligence art. Now, just to get the suspense out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb and say that original art's always going to be better than something made by a computer. I don't think there's ever going to be a chance that this will ever change. Now, of course, there's a lot of discussion points to talk about today, so we're going to get into a lot of things. And I actually asked ChatGPT its thoughts on this, and it did give me quite a few interesting points to go on the side of humans. It gave me 5 points on why human-generated art is better than artificial intelligence art. So we're going to talk about those. Now, before we get into that, I want to quickly mention that I do have a Patreon account where you can learn all about my oil painting process. I have a lot of tutorials on there that you can check out. I have art downloads that you can print out, put on your wall, do whatever you want to do with them. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this. This is a good subject. I have been waiting to talk about this one for a while. It just happened to be the perfect time to get into this one. Now, I asked ChatGPT why original art will always be better than AI art. It gave me 5 points. I think five's a little short. I think there's a lot of reasons why human art or original art will always be better than artificial intelligence art, but it gave me five. Maybe it has something to do with it being a computer. Maybe I hurt its feelings a little bit asking this question, but it went ahead. It gave me 5 reasons, maybe reluctantly, who knows. But right off the bat, it says this about why original art will always be better. And it says the debate between original art and AI generated art often boils down to personal preferences and perspective. Here's a few arguments that some people might make for why original art is considered superior. I like that it says some people. Let's go through these. Now, I think the first one's a good starting point. Number one from ChatGPT is human expression and emotion. I think it's pretty self-aware. ChatGPT realizes it is a emotionless computer. It has no human expression or emotion. It has no soul. It doesn't know about anxiety and sadness and depression, all these things. It doesn't know what those feel like. I have to imagine computers will always be this way. Is there a chance it could maybe have some sort of fake emotional CPU built into it that can make it start to feel things? I guess that's possible. Will it ever be something that we take as an authentic expression of emotion? I doubt it. I think if I was to sum that up, though, I think computers will never have an emotional connection to others like we do. When an artist creates a piece of artwork, it's putting so much of its pain, happiness, all the mixture of emotions onto that canvas, onto that panel. With every brush stroke, they're getting either frustrated or more satisfied with their painting. There's just so many different things that are happening when an artist is creating a piece of artwork. And even when an artist is doing it digitally, if an artist is using Procreate or some other digital program, at least the artist is using their imperfect mind to create that work. And I think that's another point that I'm going to get into a little bit later if ChatGPT doesn't mention it, but imperfection, that is a huge part of what makes our artwork better than an AI artist artwork. All right, number two is uniqueness and authenticity. This is something that humans have in spades. We are unique. Each one of us, we all have unique minds that think about things and approach things in different ways. Each piece that we make is always a little different than the one before it. We could try to reproduce the exact same piece of artwork over and over and over again. And there will always be something a little different because we're imperfect people. We have imperfections that all those imperfections make us unique and create an authenticity. I think about my artwork when I'm creating a portrait of somebody and how all the little forms and shapes that make up a person's face are just a little bit off because I'm freehand painting the portrait. So those imperfections are what give it that authenticity. If I was to have a computer do it, say, hey, make a portrait of this person, they'd probably take that photo and give it an exact reproduction of the exact shapes it sees. Everything would be perfect. And then it would probably try to throw some brush strokes over it, and that would be what it creates. And then it would throw some colors, and who knows, you could just tell it to do some other things. But at the end of the day, it's never going to feel as authentic. Now, I shouldn't say never. Who knows? AI is going so fast that maybe in 5-10 years, artificial intelligence will be to a point where you can't tell the difference. Now, there is one big thing that I think I need to point out, and I'm not sure if it's going to get into this or not, but As art lovers, people are not just in love with the piece of art, they're in love with the artist creating it. I think this is probably one of the biggest reasons why artificial art will always come second to original art, and that is because as people, we appreciate following the artists themselves. We are always looking to see what they're going to create. We get a connection with that artist, and that's what makes us love their art. We love to see their work evolve, and we like to see pieces that aren't quite as good as others. Then they have their A plus pieces. Then they have another D minus piece. But we love seeing that growth. We love seeing an artist get better, but also have some little ruts where they're not doing as good. But we're following the artist. We get invested in an artist. Could you ever see yourself getting invested in artificial intelligence? Imagine a world where there is this one particular program of artificial intelligence that it's let to run wild, and it creates all kinds of different work. It bounces all over the place. It creates work that's maybe representational, then it jumps to abstract, and it bounces all over the place. But would you ever find yourself getting connected with that piece of artwork? Do you think you would ever care about anything at more than just the surface level of whether that artwork is nice to look at or not? That's about all we care about when it comes to artificial intelligence. We're not going to care about what the artificial intelligence was thinking of when it created that. That's not like a thought we're going to have. We're not going to think about the upbringing of artificial intelligence. We're not going to think about its childhood and wonder if that had something to do with why that artwork looks the way it does. None of those questions will have an answer, because it's always going to be the soulless thing that never had a life before it was created in a lab. There's no reason why we'll ever care about what an artificial intelligence is doing or thinking. We'll maybe just care about the cool image it made, and that's about as far as it goes. It's going to stay at that superficial level, and that, I think, is one of the biggest reasons why original art will always be better than artificial art. Now let's go to the next one. I kind of had to segue into a different one there, but the third one it has here is creative process and intentionality. And it says the creative process involved in making original art is often seen as an essential part of its value. Artists make deliberate choices about composition, color, texture, and meaning, imbuing their work with intentionality and thoughtfulness. Yes, this kind of goes into what I was already saying about artificial intelligence. It really doesn't have a thoughtfulness. It has a set of parameters. It has a built-in script of things that it checks off one by one to create the work that you're asking for. So if you tell it to create a work about this particular subject, it's going to create that. It's going to have a bunch of parameters set into it. And then you can say, oh, make about 5 different versions of that. It can do that, but none of those will have a thoughtfulness to them. It will never have a value towards certain things or certain choices or compositions or colors. It's just doing what we're telling it to do. And I think number 4, this also kind of gets into why artificial intelligence will never be as good as original art. Number 4 is cultural and historical context. This is a good point by ChatGPT. I think everybody's art is based around their culture. It's based upon their upbringing. We're all a sum of what we went through to get to this point in our lives. Our identity is based on our surroundings, is based on our upbringing, is based on people around us. So the culture around us, the historical context of where we came from, the country we live in, all these things play a factor into the kind of artwork we're creating. AI doesn't come from a country. AI wasn't brought up in a community of people. It wasn't brought up with ideologies. It wasn't brought up with a political system. It wasn't brought up with hardships and things that made it turn into the identity that it has. I don't think AI has an identity. I don't think that's even possible. Maybe it is someday to have some sort of fake identity, but I think at the core of everything we've been talking about in these last few points is artificial intelligence has no identity. I think that maybe is the best way to sum up why original art will always be better. All right, now number 5, even though I don't think I need to even make any more points about why original art's always going to be better, but number 5 is subjectivity and interpretation. And this one's kind of vague here. Let me see what it says. Original art invites viewers to interpret and engage with it in diverse ways, fostering dialogue and emotional connection. Okay, I guess I can see where it's going here. With original art, it is a much easier task to engage with it and to create a dialogue, because you'll wonder, what is the artist thinking in that moment when they were creating that work? What is the artist's intention with this work? I don't think those are the kind of questions that you would have if it was artificial intelligence that made it. You wouldn't go, I wonder what the computer was thinking when it did that brushstroke, when it created that digital brushstroke. What has that artificial intelligence been through in its life to create such an amazing piece of work? None of this is going to be a question that we'll need an answer to when it's artificial intelligence. Nobody's going to care to interpret. And I think, again, these are things that are just never going to change. I don't think there's ever going to be a day when there's an artificial intelligence that people care about what it's thinking, unless it's trying to kill us, like Terminator. Okay, well, that was all 5. I think at the end of the day, I think it's pretty clear. People want artwork created by people. There is emotional connection to it. We care about what they were thinking when they made it. We connect with the artist and their process and their evolution as an artist. All these things come into play that will always make humans number one when it comes to artwork. Can AI make a pretty picture? Of course. It makes amazing images. I've seen some amazing artificial intelligence artwork out there, but do I care about what the emotional stakes are with the thing that made that? No. Do I care about what the meaning is behind it? No, because there is no meaning behind artificial intelligence art. Some people maybe don't care about these things. Some people just want a pretty image to put on their walls. That's totally fine. There's a lot of artists out there that won't care about losing a couple people off their client list, that just want some pretty pictures to put on their wall. But I think at the end of the day, people want something tangible. They want something they can feel and touch and feel the texture. Now, yes, there's robots out there that can put paint down on a surface and you can feel that texture. But I think even then, even with a robot physically putting the paint down on the surface, the human will know there's something that just doesn't add up with what that robot is creating. And it will never compare to connecting with an artist, to connecting with knowing the person that made it. So I think we're safe. I think as artists out there like myself, I think we're safe. Do I hate artificial intelligence artwork? I do. But at the same time, I think what's going to happen is artificial intelligence artwork is going to make people value original art made by a human that much more. It's kind of like when we started downloading digital music, how we started to go back and want that physical record to put down on a record player, put the needle down and hear all those little scratchy noises, all those little imperfections in the vinyl as that needle went around it, all those little things that you just can't reproduce in any other way than through a record. So I think there's a lot of similarities there between why we buy records and why we will always buy original art. I don't know. Maybe that connection's a little thin. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, though. I have to imagine that 90% of people agree with me that original artwork will always be better than artificial intelligence artwork. But again, put your comments down below. I'd love to hear them. Once again, I'd like to mention that if you do want to learn how to make artwork like a human being, check out my Patreon page. I got a lot of oil painting tutorials on there, art downloads. And yes, the art downloads are digital, but they were from an original piece of artwork that was created with actual human thought. So check those out as well. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so much, all you art geeks out there, for checking out another one of my videos. I will talk to you again very soon. Bye.